Hi, welcome back to Neil Donaldson's Lotus Excel Restoration, episode 38. I am going to start my trip to Sicily today. So I've been packing up the car. I've been surprised actually how much stuff I've been managed to get into there, but I'll show you that in a minute. And it's probably not as adventurous as it sounds, a trip to Sicily, because I'll be doing a ferry crossing from northern Italy to Palermo in Sicily, where I've got a wedding to go to next Saturday. Yeah, so that's going to be a 20-hour crossing there. But once the wedding's done, I'll pick up, as soon as I land in Palermo, I'll go and pick up my father. He'll be landing at an airport called Trapani, I think is the name of the airport. Go and pick him up there, and then we've got an apartment to go to just sort of outside of Palermo. Yeah, I'll stay there for a couple of days and obviously enjoy the wedding, and then move on to Malta, where my father lives. My mother's still there, but she's unfortunately crippled with Alzheimer's. Yeah, and then I'll spend there, probably work from there for a week or so, and then kind of plan a route back, which I haven't got anything sorted yet in terms of the trip back, but I'll book it in due course. But anyway, let me show you the route first and how I've packed up the car, and we'll take it from there. So the plan is to leave the home in Luxembourg and drive down a bit through, well actually I won't be taking this exact route that's shown here, but drive down through Saarbrücken, sort of bypass Strasbourg completely, continue south, go through Basel, through the Gotthard Tunnel, which is somewhere about there I think, yeah, down towards Chiasso and that area towards Milan, hopefully bypass Milan, too much traffic there hopefully. And then get down here to Livorno, which is not too far away from Pisa in northern Italy. Once I get there, I get on a ferry on Wednesday evening, and I take the ferry all the way to Palermo here in Sicily. When I arrive, which will be on Thursday at about 2 o'clock, so Wednesday evening I get on the ferry, so it'll be Thursday I arrive at about 2:30. I've got to pick up my father, who's arriving at an airport called Trapani Airport, which is somewhere sort of around here. I think that might be it. I'm almost packed up and ready to go. I was quite positively surprised with how much stuff I could get in here as well, actually, in the car. My father bought this pump and saved him €100 in delivery fees by bringing it here. I've also got a lot of stuff from Adam, which he left here when he emigrated to Malta. Yeah, it all fitted in there quite well. Most of my stuff is on the back seat. I think you can only see me there, but yeah, my suit as well and everything. A bag. So I was quite impressed with how much you can get in there, which makes a trip like this a little bit better. So I gave it a little bit of a polish yesterday, checked the oil and all that, almost ready to go. Just need to give my keys to the neighbours, and then at some point in the next sort of hour or so I'll be setting off. So I'm about to set off, all ready and packed, and yeah, let's see how much progress I make, and I'll get back to you a bit later, hopefully without any problems. So I'm about, I'm just crossing into France at the moment. I was in Saarbrücken, and I've got a slight issue with one of the fans doesn't seem to be turning on, so it's not, this one on the left hand side, it seems to be a bit seized. Probably blown the fuse as well. But, it's proven to be a little bit stiff, but it seems to be seem to have freed it up a little bit now. I'll check the fuse, I think, and see if it's blown. Yeah, but other than that, it's gone fairly well so far. No major issues. We're going to have a bit of a break, as I say. Yeah, have an egg and some oranges, stuff like that. I'll get back to you when we get closer to Switzerland, I think towards the border or something like that. Yeah, it does sit kind of high at the back end, that car, doesn't it? And, yeah, I'll have to get some new springs at some point. So I've had my eggs and my mandarins, and yeah, have a little bit of a pause. I could do a bit of a bio pause as well in terms of for a bit of a pee somewhere, but I'll see if I can find somewhere. So I'm just over the Swiss border now, just in Switzerland at the border. So yeah, as I say, other than the fan, one of the fans not working, there's been no problems other than that really. So yeah, hopefully the rest of the trip will be that way. But anyway, I guess we'll see. Whether that's been oil there or something from mine or no. I will check that though. It's too far forward to be from my car. Yeah, the radiator's a bit further back than that. Okay, I'll check in a bit later. So I have taken this fan off and freed it a little bit. It's not great, but and I don't know how long it'll last. But at least it's turning now again, so I'll put that on the car and hopefully replace the fuse, and it'll be all right. But yeah, I'll have to replace these when I get back. They're just too unreliable. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. A bit cold this morning, but let me see if I can stop and get some video. Yeah, both hands are now definitely working, so it's obviously done the fix there. I'm pleased about that. Absolutely stunning place here, just by, I think it's a Luzerne to see. Better going to Gotthard, not too many kilometres, but yeah, get a few looks from about the car. It's heading to the Gotthard tunnel now. It's been terrible weather. Yeah, I've just stopped for a pee and a coffee. I'm not too far away from the Italian border. I would say about another 100 kilometres or something like that. The weather's been absolutely atrocious today, and but the scenery, of course, has been stunning. They're pretty interesting. The Swiss toilets, yeah, very clean, and good water facilities and soap. And there's somebody working there, obviously, pretty much, I think, full time. Yeah, but I guess the cost of the vignette that you get in Switzerland, that's included in the price. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, I'm just coming up to the Italian border now. It's only a couple of kilometres, Chiasso. Yes, I've just stopped for a cappuccino and a toasty, relieved at €10.50. I'm a bit between Milan and Bologna at the moment. I'll be turning off around about Parma, and pleased I've got past Milan. Yeah, so I think once I get past Parma I'll start looking for somewhere to stay for the night, because the ferry's not due till tomorrow, 6 o'clock, but I'll check it then. Anyway, okay. I'm probably about 56 kilometres from the coast. I don't have too much to do before I get on the ferry, so I think what I'm planning on doing right now is perhaps finding somewhere, maybe having a look. There's some interesting roads here. I must admit, this bit of motorway we're on now, between sort of Parma and La Spezia, I think is the name of the place. It's a lot of tunnels and curves and that kind of thing. It's I'll try and set up the GoPro and see if I can get some footage on this kind of road, because they really are fantastic at times. Anyway, yeah, I've checked the fans, the oil, the water, all that stuff. There doesn't seem to be any more issues. The fans seem to be turning. Obviously I'll check them in the morning, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so far all so good. I found this hotel just browsing on booking.com. It's a bit out in the sticks. There's nobody here at the moment, but they'll do me a room for €60 a night. So quite pleased about that. Looks a bit of a run-down area, but yeah, the hotel is quite nice inside, so that's no problem. Yeah, and they're just about in one piece. So I'll get me things now and go and get some, have a walk into town and get a pizza or something. A couple of beers. This is the room that you get for, it's only €60 for the night, more than does the trick. So the shower, yeah. Well, as I say, it's right out in the sticks. The road getting down here was about half a kilometre long of just really bumpy, sort of, almost like a Roman road. Probably the Roman roads were even better shape than those, but yeah, but anyway. So I'll have a walk into town and see what there is. Yeah, I had breakfast. It was reasonable. Well, I mean, it was pretty simple actually. There's nothing too special. But, breakfast in there, but it's quite a nice little place. Nice atmosphere around here. And yeah, because I made good progress yesterday. I don't have too many miles to do today. What is it to be? 100 or so, I think, to get to Livorno. So I'll pack up the car and trundle on down there. I don't have to be there till I think about 4:30. So plenty of time. There's the car. Yeah, I didn't get any water in the footwell. It rained quite a lot last night, so I'm quite pleased about that. Maybe this silicone starts to pay off, or I'll put in there. Anyway, let me get on the road. Yeah, this is the road leading to the hotel. It's not really recommended in a Lotus to be doing this kind of road. Bit worried about burning the clutch up as well, because I keep having to slip it. It's not going slow enough in first gear. But anyway, nearly at the top. I've arrived now at the port of Livorno, and it's a bit of a tip, this place, I have to say. But the ferry apparently just departs from over there. But anyway, alright, so I've got a long wait here now, but never mind. Yeah, still waiting to board the ferry. I think some of the first trucks are going on there already. They said at about 4:30 they started boarding, but it's 4:30 Italian time, so it's already well past that. Yeah, managed to book a cabin now. There are plenty available, so yeah, 20 hours. I thought that would be a wise option. Yeah, so this is on board. Beds look pretty comfortable. It's even got a shower, a personal toilet, sink. Yeah, well pleased. Got a result there, I have to say. Otherwise 20 hours on this place would have been a little bit uncomfortable. But anyway, there we are. Yeah, that's us leaving port now. Pretty impressed with the boat, I have to say. If not the port. Yeah, so I met in the port of Livorno. I met Phil, who's travelling to Sicily. His camper van. He's got a Mark III camper van.
Mark III, yeah.
Yeah, so you stayed in Catania and a few other places, then coming back up through the toe of Italy, and then so you've been on holiday for about 3 weeks as well.
Yeah. 3 weeks back on the west coast. Yeah, latest 1st of May. I promise to be back
at work. All right. Yeah. So we're just enjoying a Peroni on this extremely impressive ferry. Probably get past the night away like this. Yeah, I had a lasagna and watching some Champions League football now. When you take these boats, I have to say they really are a good option. I mean, obviously for the price, if you come at this time of year, which is kind of April, May, then it makes a lot more sense, obviously, than driving down there if your destination is, of course, Sicily or Sardinia or somewhere like that. Sardinia, you probably haven't got too many options to get there. But you should take these opportunities and enjoy the experience rather than just use it as to get to your destination. So, I mean, this has been a thoroughly pleasant evening. Sat here on this boat having a few beers, watching a bit of football, speaking to other people in the same situation. For the money, we're talking about €150 for the crossing in terms of cabin and car and myself. So, it's a no-brainer at this time of year. Of course, in summer it can get up to about €900 for a crossing one way, which then kind of doesn't really make it worth it. But okay, I'll check in later then anyway. I've just sat down for breakfast. €11.10 for kind of that, which is not out of this world unreasonable, is it? But, I have to say this whole experience of being on this boat has been really enjoyable. I've only got it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's gone 8 o'clock, and there's only about 4.5 hours left. But it's been. I was dreading it when I was coming on here, but it's turned out to be a thoroughly enjoyable 20 hours. I have to say, cabins are big, facilities are good. The food's not bad, the service is good, it's clean, and highly recommended. Yeah, good morning and welcome to this stunning view in Monreale in Palermo, and you don't get much better views than this. I don't know how much you can see, but the naked eye is actually the bay is very clear. I'm not sure on camera how hazy it is. Anyway, yesterday I had a complete nightmare. So I landed in Palermo on the ferry, and took them about 2 hours just to unload the ferry. I mean, the organisation is just out of this world pathetic. And anyway, eventually got off the ferry, came up and got the keys to the apartment, and had to come pick my father, who was over 100 kilometres away, and the car broke down. So yeah, it was, as I was trying to go the back roads up here to go and pick him up, and it started loss of power in the car, and I was thinking, what the hell's going on now? So I thought at first, because we're quite high up here, I thought, well, I haven't tuned the carburetors, so maybe it's the altitude that's making it not run properly. So eventually I managed to turn it round and sort of rolled it down the hill, and it kind of got going a little bit again. And went into Palermo, and then sort of thought I'd take the motorway and go all the way around. And anyway, so I didn't get very far, and it conked out in the middle of one of the busiest streets in Palermo. So I got out and started pushing it to the nearest garage, because the second thing I thought was, of course, there's no fuel in the tank, and even though the gauge was registering sort of half full. So I started pushing it to a petrol station, and which was about sort of 400 yards away, maybe not quite that far. It's certainly 250 yards, something like that. And this really kind Sicilian bloke called Marco, stopped and helped me. It turns out that Marco actually used to run a restaurant in Glossop, just outside Manchester. So, I mean, he must have heard the accent when he stopped out. Absolutely lovely fella. And he helped me push it to the garage, and we tried to start the car. First we got jump leads, because the second thing, I put a bit more petrol in the garage when we got there. And then tried to, so that rules out the no fuel in the tank scenario. And then the next thing I thought was the alternator had gone, because it looked like on the voltage meter, it looked like there was less than 12 volts, and I was thinking, all right, but it was still enough to turn the engine over. So anyway, Marco got some jump leads, and we hooked that up to the car, turned it over again, of course, didn't start. And then, so I had the idea, there was definitely a clear 13 volts off his alternator. Get into the car, you could see it on the voltmeter. And then then the next idea I had was that there was no fuel getting to the carburetors. So I undid one of the pipes leading to the carburetors, and of course it was dry. So I was like, okay, there's a problem with the fuel pump here. As it happens, I brought a spare fuel pump. But anyway, eventually I unloaded the car on the street there in the garage, and there was a lot of people and whatever around me, and like the workers who were working at the garage, and so I looked at the fuel pump, and sure enough, the negative pole to the fuel pump had come detached. That was purely my fault. This crimping of electrical components is something not worth doing. You just have to solder them. Don't take any risks with this. Just solder all your electrical wires, and that's what I am going to do from now on. But anyway, it's not a great connection I've got now, but at least it's up and running again. And we didn't get back to the hotel here until after 11. Eventually I got to pick up my father, and we got back here at about 11 o'clock. But, nightmare of a day. Wedding, and it's an absolutely stunning place, it has to be said. And,
di Assicurezza, che è una sezione del comune di Corleone, quindi siamo qui appunto felici di partecipare e di celebrare questo matrimonio. Per me è il primo, quindi sono emozionata. Cosa dirvi? Siamo in un posto molto affascinante, avete scelto
is an absolutely stunning place for a wedding reception, I have to say. It's magnificent. And yeah, I'll just show around a little bit.
Rosanna, abbiamo fatto tante esperienze da quando ci siamo conosciuti. Ricordo soprattutto con affetto durante il Covid, quando sia stato
Glad to be back in one piece after the wedding. You know, obviously left the car in the middle of the city there. Well, you know, just on the outskirts of the city anyway. And the wedding was absolutely fantastic, I have to say. Yeah, we're back in the apartment now, and that's the view over the peaceful city. Well, it looks peaceful from up here anyway. Probably down there it's not. It's a stunning view.